Hi, and welcome to Elite Beauty Solutions Chat. And today we are talking with Marco Pelusi out of West Hollywood. We're here at the Premier Beauty Show here in Orlando, Florida, and we're just gonna get to know Marco a little bit. Forget the hair biz, we can already find that out. So welcome to our chat. So welcome, this is Marco Pelusi from West Hollywood, and we're gonna have a quick chat with him here in sunny Orlando at the Premier Hair Show. So talk to me about why you're here today, what we're gonna be learning at the show.
The show is one of my favorites, I have to tell you, and I love sharing technique and strategy. So I'm going to be talking about how to highlight the hair, working with the round of the head, and how to respect the growth patterns and the fall patterns of the hair while highlighting.
Right, which is so pivotal, right? Like it makes sense to follow the shape of the head and do all that. Yeah. Simplifies it.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, I've seen your class before and it's amazing. We're going to start at the beginning. Where were you born?
I was born in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
And then moved to LA. Talk to me about
well, I actually grew up in the hair business because my family has a chain of salons in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
And they are still going after all these years. But I never liked the cold weather.
Right.
So I wanted to get out of the cold, and my dad was so great, and after Penn State, I went to Penn State.
Okay.
I knew I wanted to do hair, but I didn't know if I wanted to stay in LA or New York or where I wanted to be. And when I wanted to be a coast person.
Right.
So I visited LA and I just fell in love with the weather. Yeah. And I just was like, and I already had kind of had a relationship with an Italian hair color company. Which is inevitably how I met you to a degree because I have always worked an affinity for Italian products.
Right.
And Fermisi kind of graced me with a job at a very young age as an educator for their hair color company on the West Coast, and that's what brought me there. And then Joico took me on board in-house. And then I said goodbye to everybody, and I said I want to do my own thing, and I opened my salon.
Okay.
And I had developed some entertainment industry client base, and I had been teaching, and I created my own products, and
which are nice.
Like you, I just love to do many things at one time.
Right. Like every iron that you can have in the fire, you have.
Yeah.
Tell me about your name. Where did how did your parents come to name you?
Interesting. These are interesting questions. We were kind of chatting about this a little bit earlier. My dad had a brother that passed away at a very young age. So I am named after that brother.
Okay.
I guess my uncle who died at like 5 years old.
Right.
Yeah. And then interestingly enough, I'll tell you about my last name. It has to do with hair. Pelusi has something to do with hair.
Oh, how funny.
Yeah.
So it was like kismet.
Yeah, which is kind of bizarre.
Yeah. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Who was your biggest influence growing up?
My mom and my dad.
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, my mom was there with me every single step of the way, encouraging me, right there for me.
Right.
And my dad a little more silently, stealthily in the background too.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you have like an early childhood memory, like any first memories or anything?
Yeah. The first thing that came to mind is my sisters were older, and they said that I used to ride on my big wheel. And I would destroy tennis shoes.
Okay. So right out the gate, you were like this big personality immediately.
Yeah, I was running. I was all over the yard. Oh, and then another one came up too. That you mentioned that. We were down the street. My sisters didn't know where I was. Like, remember when we were kids? Like, we could be down the street and nobody really cared as much. Cared. But then I think there was one day where it was getting really late, and they were like, "Where is he?" And they walked all up and down the street, and they heard this piano playing, and they're like, "Oh, that's got to be him," because I played the piano at a really young age. And they walked in, and they said, "Sorry, we've got to take him home now."
That's hilarious. You were playing the piano.
Yeah.
So tell me what your go-to karaoke song is.
New York, New York.
Oh yeah.
100%.
100%. I love that.
Yeah.
What's the funniest joke you've ever heard or tell?
Oh, I will tell you my standard dumbest joke of the century.
Okay.
You're gonna love it. It is so stupid. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So, there's a guy that goes into a doctor's office and he says, "Doctor, I have every time I drink a cup of coffee, I get a really sharp pain in my right eye.
Okay.
And the doctor says, oh gosh, that's, we have to take a look at that. I think what we might want to do is actually have you, like this would ever happen in a doctor's office, but have you drink a cup of coffee for me so that we can kind of ascertain what's going on. And so he does, and he goes, see, and I got the sharp pain in my eye. And the doctor said, well, I think that the best solution for you is when you go to drink the coffee is to take the spoon out of your cup first. It's so bad.
Do you have a hobby that you suck at, but you love it anyway?
I guess I'd like to be more of a bodybuilder,
Okay.
but I'm not.
No.
I'm much more like yogi kind of zen. I do some weight resisting stuff, but I guess I really am not great at lifting heavy weights.
What are you most excited about right now?
Oh, right now at this moment, I'm excited about you guys.
Oh, me and Cliff.
Yeah.
My husband Cliff is over there.
Yeah, and he's behind the scenes right now, and doing more in Texas. And also, I'm excited about a new chemist that I was telling you about that I want to work with moving forward. In addition,
and to be able to add more products to your line. And
yes.
All that. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a challenge, but as I was told by your husband, we have to not stay fearful, but go for the things that are fearful.
That are scary.
Because this is
jump into what's scary.
I was like, am I really gonna go and find this new relationship with someone? And it's like, yeah, I am, because I need more and I want more. I mean,
what is something that maybe most people don't know about you, or what's like maybe close people might know, but the general person, when they meet you, what they don't know about you? They might not know.
Yeah. I can be lazy on Sundays.
Okay. I would not think that, but
just nothing on a Sunday, like a nothing.
Yeah.
Just out.
Yeah. What is your favorite word?
I'll just say mooker.
Mooker?
It was a word that we used when we were kids.
What does it mean?
It was my nickname.
Mooker?
Yeah.
I love that.
You're getting it all.
What's your least favorite word?
Can't.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Because if you say I can't, then
right.
I'm not in a good place.
Right. Right. It's limiting. It limits everything. Oh, I love that.
And I don't want to rebel against it.
Right.
So if you say you can't do something,
right.
Being in a place of rebelling and doing something to prove, people say when they hear the word can't,
right.
that, oh, I want to do it more. It's like, well, that's great, but we don't want to do anything based on rebelling or anger.
Right, right.
So I just it's like...
What turns you on creatively, spiritually, or emotionally? What turns you on?
Good relationships with good people and connections. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, and if that's lacking, then I'm just kind of like...
You gotta have a connection to something.
Yeah.
What turns you off?
Really awful people.
Yeah. What's your favorite curse word?
Well, I'll say bafangul, because you said it the other day.
Yeah. What sound or noise do you love?
The ocean.
Okay. What sound or noise do you hate?
Anything that's going to disrupt my sleep.
Just anything loud.
Anything at night that disrupts my sleep.
What profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
Acting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
What profession would you not like to do?
I don't think that I would like to be in medical.
No.
Even though it sounds great and I probably could offer good advice. I could probably be a good therapist.
Yeah.
But I don't think that I would be good at someone's life in my hands.
Yeah.
I don't mind their hair.
I mean, worst case scenario, you shave your head, but you still live.
You still live.
Okay, last but not least, if heaven exists and you arrive at the pearly gates, who would you most like to meet?
Do I have to know them?
No.
Oh, my mother.
Oh, yeah, me too. Yeah, definitely. I feel that, definitely. Well, thank you so much for this quick interview. Thank you for having me here in Orlando. And thanks, guys. I hope you enjoyed the interview.
So much fun.
Yeah.